Hey people, this is Monster Dad and welcome to my channel. So we're in episode 7 of our Empyrion playthrough. Last episode we built this sort of sculpture stroke monstrosity down here. Sort of turned out okay. I'm really not sure about the antenna on top. I may change that to something different. I think it's just a little bit overpowering. Takes away from the rest of it. Now, what I said in the last episode is that I will probably start building a couple of other things this time, but I've actually changed my mind. Oh, we've got a drone attack coming in. I'll leave the guns to it. I've changed my mind because at the moment our little safe region around here, you know, we got the Crash Titan parts, another village there, our village here, our cannon turrets, engine compartment, the base we've just started, and right in the middle we've got this sore on the world, which is the abandoned factory, which is the only red spot on the map in this region. So I've decided that we'll try and get rid of this once and for all. I am taking a bit of a risk because at the moment I just have light armor. I don't have any medium or heavy armor, and I really wouldn't recommend taking on an abandoned factory without heavy armor. But as you can see by all the explosives I have in my inventory, the way I intend to do it should hopefully, he says hopefully in really big colourful inverted commas, hopefully bypass the majority of the really nasty stuff. There are still a couple of major obstacles we're going to have to overcome, but my objective is to try and find some medium armor in one of the lockers in there really quickly, get changed, and then go back in and bypass the nasty stuff, take out the core, and make the abandoned factory our own, plus get probably quite a lot of decent loot and decent experience for it. I'm going to leave my cannon turrets, I think, to take out these drones. Yeah. So I've only got one gun on this. Oh, we've renamed the Razorback to the Mohawk. Thank you to Chris Cross, one of the subs, who commented. And it's something I thought of originally as well, but changed my mind, and actually it's a much better idea. You got that ridge down the middle, just like a Mohawk, and the Mohawk Indians were famed for their scouting abilities as well, and it is a scout ship, so it sort of makes sense. So thank you, Chris, for that suggestion. And the name has been changed. So the abandoned factory. There are quite a few ways you can actually approach the abandoned factory to do this relatively safely. If you go through the main door and you're not sure of your way around, you are probably going to die the first few times you do it, as I did. Now, on the outside of this there are a couple of sentry guns, just the little turrets, and there is an actual scorpion spawner. The scorpions are the ones that go chickadee 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 all the way through, which is both eerie and annoying. So we'll take out those first. Let's get rid of these guns. I might have to just go to night vision briefly just to see these guns so I can take them out. And they should just be on the side here. They'll start shooting at me soon. There we are. If I can hit them. There we go. And there's a spawner. Yeah, right there. So the outside of this factory should now be safe for us to approach. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the Mohawk back and come back in the Yellow Peril, because the Yellow Peril has an armor locker. So if I do find some medium or heavy armor in the abandoned factory, I can at least get changed. Oh, I can hear all the screaming already and the chickadee chickading from the Oh, I don't want that door open because there's a couple of those Ed 102s or whatever they're called. They got plasma guns. Okay, so let's power off the thrusters and lights. Okay, I made myself a tier 2 enhanced, not a tier 2, an enhanced sniper rifle, which should be handy. So usually the way to go would be down there, but I'm actually, let's just make sure one of these things didn't actually spawn up here while I was up there. Don't think it did, because at the moment I am pretty vulnerable with just light armor. Yeah, normally you would go down there. That's the safest way to go, because there's a room in here that has some rather nasty laser turrets in it. Two nasty laser turrets, which no matter which way you go, actually there is one way to bypass it that I know of, but most of the ways that you go, you've got to go through that room and take care of those turrets. I'd like some at least medium armor on before I do that. I'm going to blow out this door completely, actually. That's why I carry a pistol. It's my skeleton key. Okay, so there'll be some nasties in here. It's the spawner. Let's take that out quickly. Oops. The enhanced sniper rifle will actually kill these nightmares if you get them with a headshot. And they'll one kill them, or one shot kill them I should say, which is good. Now in these lockers here I'm hoping to find some medium or heavy armor. Now there is a spawner just there, the scorpion one. I'm going to take that out. I really don't want this door to open at the moment. So I'll search these. I'm not going to loot the place. Oh, I'll take the ammunition though. I'm not going to loot the place till it's done. Come on, give me some armor. I don't believe it. You always find a piece of armor in these lockers. That means I'm going to have to attempt, either I give up, or I'm going to have to attempt to do this manufactory in light armor, which I really don't recommend. So what's in here? I can't remember how many are in here. Let's do it. Oh yeah, one of those. Let's just check these containers in here. Might get lucky. I'll take that though. I mean, I have plenty of healing on me, but you can lose a lot of damage really quickly in this place, especially if you get hit by those turrets. That's just all deco. Okay, I'm gonna leg it back to this here so I can get a clear shot on this thing. Oh, the door's shut on it. I wouldn't normally go down this way, but I'm desperate to find some armor, so I might just try this one more area here. Where's the spawner? Can't see it. Yeah, there's a couple of lockers in here, so I really want to check these out, but this is a fairly dangerous room. Let's take the bandage. And it has quite a few turrets, sentry guns. Oh, that wasn't a gun. I'm going to have to check out whether there's any... I'm going to have to check out whether there are any of the scorpion spawners in the roof there. So I'm just going to send in my drone with the multi-tool attached. Just check. It'll probably get shot by a couple of these guns. There's a few guns around here. There's one there. Yeah, there's one there. Yeah, there's a spawner there. If you can see down the bottom right of my screen, it says NPC spawner thin plate. Yeah, okay. Back to the weapon. And take this little lady out. Oh. Well, she's a tough one. Or I'm a bad shot. It's either one or the other. Better not do that too often, because I didn't actually bring that much sniper rifle ammunition with me. Okay, it was that one, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that was a spawner as well. Can't remember how many of those are in here. Problem is, if I carry on down this way to these lockers at the end, there are a couple of spawners through there, and there's no door to block that off, so it can get a bit awkward. I think there's a gun in the top corner here as well. Are there any more of these spawners, I wonder? No, I don't think so. Just trying to waste too much ammunition. Yeah, here they come. As long as you get headshots, you can take care of these things fairly quickly if they walk straight. But they can attack you from 2 blocks away. That's the dangerous thing about these. So even if you got up onto 1 block high, usually what you can do is get onto a 1 block high block and get away from most things. To run down there and take out that spawner. Can't remember where the other gun is in here. I'm sure there's another one. Okay. There's that one there. And that one there. What I need to be careful of now are the scorpion spawners. They're usually disguised as these things here, these drills. Not going to find any armor in those. So what's the purpose of that door then? Who knows? Okay, so this floor here should now be fairly safe. I am not going to open those shutters and go in there, because that's where you'll find traps that will drop you into that room that has the laser turrets. No, not interested in that ammo at the moment. That can all wait. So the key thing I'm looking for now is armor. I thought there was another turret in here, but obviously there isn't. Oh, no, water. I'll leave that. Can I use this medical equipment? No, I can't. Okay, just quickly check these. Muzzle. Eat the food. Yeah, the 7.6 update. Oh, beautiful. Medium armor. Right, I'm going to head back to the Yellow Peril and get that changed. Brilliant. So it was worth coming in here. So it gives me a little bit more protection. Okay. So I'm not going to loot anything else. So one way, if you went the other side of this wall and below, that's the room that has the two large laser turrets in. And if you head that way, where those shutters were that I said I'm not going to open, went through there, there's a couple of traps, and at the end of that corridor you have to go down into that room. And if you go down into that room unprepared, there's a good chance you're going to get hit by those two laser turrets and die pretty quickly, even with heavy armor on. So there's a way to bypass that. The corridor that leads out of that room is directly under here, so you could actually blow a hole somewhere in this corridor, drop down into the corridor below. There are a few nightmares and a spawner down there, and you would bypass that laser room. So that's one way to do it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to go through the laser room, because as long as you understand how to take them out, it can be fairly straightforward to do so. Right, let's get changed. Armor locker. I'll need my boosts. I feel a touch safer. Not much, but a touch. I think I need my helmet on. Okay, so now we'll head down the usual way. Or what did I say, the usual way, the safer way. So, oh, missed. If I can get to it. Okay. So what we're going to do is blow out these grills. And these lead into that laser room, and you can just see the corner of that laser there. I'm not going to poke my head round because it will end up getting blown off. There are a couple of ways you can disable these laser turrets. One is to try and get a good vantage point from the corner here to hit them without them being able to hit you and finally destroy them. It's going to take a lot of ammunition to do that. Hopefully I've got enough. 3,500 nearly. Another way is to try and get to a switch that's in between the two laser turrets and switch them off. That's a bit more risky, but if you wanted the components or the laser turrets intact, if you took over this place, then that would be the way to go with that one. I'm more interested in living. So, where is it? There it is. There's just the edge of the laser turret there. A rocket launcher would be much more sensible. I'm not sure how much ammunition this is actually going to take. Well, there's one clip. Okay, there's two. This might be a little bit more difficult than I anticipated. I haven't tried it with just a rifle to destroy these. When I've done it before, I've done it with a rocket launcher. But since I didn't have a rocket launcher to hand, think a few hundred rounds would be acceptable. Right. I'm going to try and get a look with my drone before it kills it, just to see if I'm actually taking down the health on it. So let's get that equipped, and I need to do this quickly because it will kill my drone like that. Let's go in the other way. Now it's facing that way. Down to 534. Okay, so it's working. It's going to take possibly 1,000 rounds to kill both turrets, but hey ho, that's life. So what I might do is just fast forward the destruction of these two turrets and get back to you when they're done. So later. Okay, so there's one. That's that side. Now we go over this side and do the same on this one. So I'll fast forward this. It's going to take a couple of minutes. Okay, so that's both the turrets destroyed. Yeah, it took quite a lot of bullets to do so, but I should have enough left. So this room's now safe. These holes in the ceiling, that's where the traps come through, and eventually you would have to come through here anyway to get down to it, and then go through this room. And if you're feeling brave, the switch here switches both turrets off if you think you can make it. So now we can head this way, and the plan is now to bypass all the really nasty stuff now. So there's a spawner and a turret down the end here which I have to take care of. Oh, and they've respawned. Let's take care of those three first. Where's she going? Oh, she's taking a shortcut. That's sneaky. Where'd you go, little lady? There you are. Come on. Let's try and attract these other two down here. Here's one. Oh, sneaky. They can actually jump over. Okay, let's take out this turret and spawner. So if you blew a hole in that corridor above, this is where you come down to, just here. Now, in this room, there are a few things. There's a couple of Ed 102s and a few turrets. And I think there's a scorpion spawner over there. A lot of people will go through here and take a shortcut down, but you've still got to go through an area that has a large number of nasty things. So there's one turret over there. So what I can do is go up onto there, and I should be outside the turrets, and I should be able to take the Eds fairly safely. Let's get my health back up and eat before we go on. Oh! Come on, reload! Obviously helps if you don't run out of ammunition. Let's get some healing. I think they've nerfed the healing a bit, or say nerfed, they've increased the healing of certain items, which I think is quite nice. So let's clear these turrets. And I believe there's one over here. And one of these is one of the scorpion spawners. Not that one, obviously. It was that one. Next, that's this room, relatively safe. Let's just get over here so nothing can attack us from the other room. So what we need to do now is just secure this room down here, and then at the bottom of those stairs I'm going to blow a hole straight through to the room that's directly outside the core room, which will bypass a lot of very, very nasty stuff. I should be relatively safe here because they can't seem to path up ramps or stairs. Oh, nice. Replace some of my missing rounds. So let's take out the spawner and the creatures from this room. There's the spawner. Let's get rid of that first. Let's get rid of this lady. Now, I can't remember if there's a scorpion spawner in this room. I don't think there is. So this room here, I'm not going to go through there. I'm going to leave that door shut. And we should be relatively safe to do what we need to do here. So what I'm going to do is blow a hole here. And I think it's 2 full blocks of hardened steel. And there's like a structural block below it as well. So it's going to take quite a lot of explosive, which is why I have all these. So I'm going to fast forward this bit because it will take a few minutes to get through this. So here we go. Okay, welcome back. Okay, I've blown a hole through there. Let's go on to here. This thing here is a spawner. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to get to it. Damn. Oh, it does open the door. Yeah. There's a sensor just above here I'd like to get rid of. I need to get rid of that spawner. Okay. We'll just have to blow this one out here. That'll blow that spawner as well. Now I need to take out the sensor so that door doesn't keep opening, because through that corridor there, if you can see it, the door there down below me, through that corridor is a whole heap of bad stuff. Sorry, what does this have? 250, so that's going to be 5 explosive devices that will take that out. Okay, that's taken out the spawner, which is great. So these final 2 should take out this block. Not that we needed to, we've got access down already, but I want enough space to take out that scorpion. So, come on then. Let's have you. Right, that door needs to remain shut. So I need to get that door shut, then blow out that sensor. How am I going to do that? The core is in there. I really need that door shut. Oops. Right, the door's shut. Let's take out the sensor so it doesn't open again. Do some healing. Doesn't always work perfectly. Good. I should have grabbed that cup of coffee from that thing. That would have got my stamina up a bit. Let's reload everything. So we're now secure in here. That door is not going to open by that sensor. The core room is in there. Unfortunately, there are 4 scorpion spawners inside there. Which is problematic. Now, in the past, it all depends whether they've changed it or not. If you tuck yourself into this tiny bit here, they can't get you. Now, do I test that now or not? Or do I try and get up high somewhere and take this? Actually, that might actually be a good spot up there. Let's do it a bit more safely. Okay, so let's take out that door to the core room. 2 pistol rounds left, might as well use them. Okay, so in the roof above the core there are 4 scorpion spawners. Once we get rid of the scorpions, they might not have spawned actually, I might not have actually been close enough for them to spawn. So I guess we could jump down and find out. But once I get rid of the first round of scorpions, it should give me enough time to go in there and either blow the core or disable the spawners. But we're on the final lap. Let's do it. Let's see what we've got. Well, they haven't spawned. I don't think I can reach them from this point. See, if I had a rocket launcher, I could probably fire up there and it would take out most of the spawners. So there's one. Let's take that out. At least those 2 aren't going to spawn. So at worst I should have to deal with 2 of these critters. There. That's it. Sorted. Nothing's going to spawn in here now. Core is right there. So let's... I think I might have missed. Never mind, we can all shoot it out. Oh no, I didn't. Got it. Done. Now nothing else will spawn. However, the corridor through there is packed with nasties, so you know that's got to be cleared out at some point. But at least once we kill something, it isn't going to respawn. And we've got some nice loot in this abandoned factory as well. So that's how I do the abandoned factory. Does take... oh, a laser rifle. Nice. Does take a lot of explosives to do it, but they're not hugely expensive to make. Just to show that core's gone. There you go. I can deconstruct things. I'll deconstruct these boxes so I know that I've actually looted them. So you can still hear all the nasties around. An artillery turret. Nice. Cool. So, question is, do I go through the door and give it a go? Shouldn't be too bad. Don't need to destroy the spawners because they're not working any longer. So there's also a scorpion spawner there. Oh! That made me jump. See what I mean? That is a very dangerous corridor. And it gets worse. Trust me. There are a lot more than that there. I'm just going to have to take a few hits while I clear this corridor. You do take a lot of killing those things as well. And around that corner there's probably a few nightmares. But I want to get up to here at the moment because there's a purple container which is a rare loot container. Where did you come from? I want to get up there. It'll be a little bit safer than down here, that's for sure. So these things aren't spawning, it's just this corridor is absolutely teeming with these things. What have I got? An enhanced shotgun. I don't really use the... Oops. What did I do with the shotgun? Did I just drop it? I did. Idiot. Yeah, I don't really use a shotgun much, but... I'll take it though. I'm just going to clear the rest of this corridor just for the experience. There we go. Why does that spawner down there look like it's about to spawn something? You know, it was probably in the middle of spawning when the core was taken out, because the core room's sort of just through there. There's another nightmare down there. Where did you go? Walk straight so I can shoot you. There we go, that's that nasty little corridor cleared. Yeah, so what a lot of people will do is take that shortcut and then come down through this trapdoor here what you can do is get onto the cargo boxes and be relatively safe. But if you do miss, or if you accidentally shoot out the cargo box you're standing on, you can be in a lot of trouble. So for the expense of a few pieces of explosives, I like to take the safer route. Okay, alright, I'm not going to go and clear this whole place now. I'll loot it some other time. What I am going to do is sort of dig my way out. So I should, if I can get back up here again, I should be able to just dig my way out from here. Okay, and I'll meet you back at the top. Here we are, we're back into here. Cool, so that is the abandoned factory completed. Yay! What I could do is put my own core down now. I don't have a core on me. And loot the cargo boxes relatively easily. But I'll show you that at some point. Yeah, so I think I'll call it an episode there. Now we've achieved that goal. A bit hairy in places. I was a bit worried about having to do it in light armour, but do you know what? I think we probably could have done it in light armour anyway. But yeah, there's a few different ways you can do it. All of them work. It's really your preference. I like to bypass that really scary corridor, so I use a lot of explosives to go down next to the core room, and it works for me every time. But great, I hope you enjoyed that episode and found it useful. If you did, please press the like button. Please subscribe, because it really helps the channel get going, and I'll see you in the next episode. Later.